Big Ten, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Cowboys will kick it off to get us underway. Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. First down here for the offense. Now they'll run the draw. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you're going to fly upfield every single play. We'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. He's got his man. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On first down from their own 22. Use the play fake, now to throw. Grabbed behind the line, it's Burks. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense when you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll take the deep shot. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Not on this play.
The Irish send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He's got great speed. Bringing the heat. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. First down for this offense. Quarterback checking off. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Fields. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Off play action. Now adjusting. He's got it. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding the hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it.
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
Got enough space. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. They grab the early lead.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to throw. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
That's the 35. He's open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Wants to throw. It's Carr. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the secondary.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Running it back, it's Fields. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking everything.
Snatches it on the right. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Slings it downfield. And they're not on the same page there.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
To the air, it's Carr. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. He shanked it. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Using his legs, it's Fields. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Third down coming up. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oklahoma State 14, Notre Dame 0.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick strike complete. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense, giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Trying to get to him. Hit as he throws. He looks that one in nicely. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage?
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set.
Smith wants to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he drops to throw. A little screen to the running back. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
They got a little bit, but they didn't get the first down, and you're obviously trying to get the first down, but you try to slip in those screens occasionally on third down. I like when you slip them in there to try to make a big play, catch the defense maybe being a little aggressive.
The Cowboys come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, going to the air. It's complete. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
Brings up 2nd down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee is on top, but it's not like Peyton Manning or T. Martin are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 6 over Texas A&M. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. To the air, it's Carr. Looking deep down the right side. Picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Snap it to the back. Got it enough for the first, and he's still going. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
That's good enough for first down.
Going up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Gilbert.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Looking for a man. It's Carr. He's got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Pulls it in. It's Burks. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gilbert. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
On second down, looking again to throw. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone
looking for a huge play. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Wants to throw on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll try to pop the draw. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
One more play before the teams head to the locker room. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires toward the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the 2nd half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with the offense.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Handoff to the single back. Running with power. He showed off the stiff arm, but apparently he needed a couple more. A lot of defenders around to stop him.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
And the Cowboys pick up the 1st down.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the 1st down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. He wants to throw. He wants to go deep. And it's caught inside the 20. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. And the beatdown has ensued.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Michigan State notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from East Lansing is worth its weight in gold to the Spartans. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's picked off. Got some room to run. Inside the 30. After making the pick, he took it the other way, and he's dragged down at the 19.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Smith wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. And that pass intercepted. Oh, that's going to be a safety.
Oh, and those are one of those plays where you just start scratching your head and you're like, wait a minute, you're going the wrong way. It was a nice interception, but you can tell lost his bearings, lost his compass, lost his mind, whatever he lost, and he goes the wrong way. I promise you, all week that will be shown in the defensive meeting rooms, and they will be laughing and pointing and making fun of the young man for going the wrong direction.
Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
The incompletion on first down leaves him with 2nd and 10 from the 43. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds him out of the backfield. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Cowboys line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to leave.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
A 1st down for the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Smith dropping to pass. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Snagged on the outside, it's Burks. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That last completion sets him up on second down.
Second down.
The inside handoff. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Notre Dame right back to the line. On third and short, the power run here. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Burks. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. He'll call for the fair catch here. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith wants to throw. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken them some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player.
Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And the pummeling has started. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
Oklahoma State, 38. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Oklahoma State, 38.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Number 11, set to kick it off.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Carr. He's right on target. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Direct snap.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He's loose down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Back to pass, it's Carr. It's complete to the right. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Coming after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like...
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. How about that? Making a play and setting up your offense inside the 40 at the 39. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll go with a direct snap. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking to throw, it's Carr. He'll take a shot. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Oklahoma State 38, Notre Dame 27.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for space. It's Fields. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Throwing right. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball wasn't picked off. Of course, he threw a pick on the last drive, and this one the defender dropped. This quarterback's got to get his act together.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Wide receiver shows motion. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. To throw, it's Carr. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Notre Dame right back to the line.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Still looking, on the move. On the move, he fires. He's got it. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This defense will try to keep everything in front. To the air on first down. The throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Back to the air one more time. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And that's good enough for first down.
He's looking to throw it. Going for it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
Fast motion from the offense. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Complete to the left. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Snap it to the back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Number 32.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Wide out in motion. Dropping back, it's Carr. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal here in the 4th.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings. They needed that 2-point conversion so that they could get this thing within a field goal. Now you've got to go out and execute the onside kick, get it back, and then it's all going to fall on the kicker.
They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Now we've got a little game pressure, and we'll see how the offense responds in a 3-point game, Jesse.
I can't wait to see this quarterback and how he's going to be able to handle that pressure, David. How will he respond in this situation?
And just knowing, listen, I'm only up by 3 now. If I can make this a 2-score game, I can almost put this away in the 4th quarter.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. The give and tick, 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 tick. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Smith dropping to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This is a game of swings and momentum, and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Back to throw, it's Carr. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Snap from the gun on third down. Steps away. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll throw it on first down. Floating away. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just one possession, so they've got to make some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to cover.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Makes the catch. It's good. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Oklahoma State.
So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. And with 2 seconds left, their last chance to send it to overtime. It's good. Fellas, we have a high ball game here in the fourth.
That's the end of regulation with the score all time.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
Second down coming up. Smith wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Fields. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to throw it. Got it! Touchdown, Oklahoma State! And they score first here in overtime. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scaffold, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Dropping back, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover. And the takeaway is the exclamation point. The game saver for the win. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.